Hi guys, how's it going? It's Jack here. Now today we've had some new leaked information from FunMW2, who's a renowned and trusted leaker in the GTA community. He basically said that Rockstar have updated their ROS files with heist underscore planning files, etc. So here we go. I just want to say all credit goes out to FunMW2. I'm not trying to steal anything that he's rightfully worked for. So here we go. The first thing is, as you can see now, the Karen Technical. It looks just like a Karen Rebel, but obviously it's got that massive minigun or whatever it is attached to the back on that long piece of metal. Yeah, I can't really say anything else. It actually still says Rebel 4x4 on the back, so you can see it is still definitely a Rebel. Next up we have the Karen Kuruma, so we have a new shot of this. Before we didn't really get to see much of it, but now we can see it definitely looks just like a Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 10. I'll put a side-by-side picture on the screen now and you'll see a stark comparison between the two. So yeah, this one is the one with the all the shielding on the sides, all the armour. So I wonder if we'll get a regular one and this, or just this, because this is the one that you see on the heist planning board. So this will be the one you use in the heist, but possibly we get a non-armoured version like we did with the Duke Death and the regular Dukes in free mode. Next up we have a possible new Vellum. Obviously these are all screenshots of what you see on the heist planning board, so this is what you'd be using in the heist. It looks just like the regular Vellum, except for the fact this is black, and the regular Vellum you can only get in white with a highlight colour, so you can get it in red. I think you can get it in yellow and orange as well. So that's the only difference really. It'd be good to try and get back into the Vellum actually, try and get back used to it really, because I've not flown it for a long time, and obviously one person will be flying it in the heist. So it'll be good to get a feel for it again, because it's completely different to the sorts of planes that I usually fly, which is the Vestra, the P996 Laser, and the Bezra. Next up we have the new bike, or bikes. This is what you have to steal for one of the heists, obviously, because this is on the heist planning board. So this is the leaked new bike, which is the Principe Lectro. So this is what you use when you're doing the prison bus part of the heist. So you have to steal the prison bus, and this is the bike that you use to get there. I'll have some other pictures up now of similar bikes which are also made by Principe. So the Lectro is made by the same company as the Nemesis, which is a very rare bike in GTA. So it actually looks quite similar, and it's not really a surprise because they're made by the same company. So next up we have the new helicopter, which in my opinion looks like a Frogger with the Swift body, but the Frogger sort of rear end to it. So it's got the Swift sort of sliding door that goes back, and I'd say this helicopter could cater for 6 people, but because there's only 4 people required for a heist, I think that it'll still be 4, along with the Swift actually, which was a big surprise. I thought that would have been a 6 person helicopter, but I doubt this will be 6 because you only need 4 for the heist, and it looks smaller than the Swift, so I doubt it'll be 6. Next up we have the team gear. So this looks like a shipment of weapons and equipment that you need for the heist, which you'd probably have to intercept before you could do the heist. So yeah, it's probably got weapons, stuff like that inside. You'd probably have to intercept it from somewhere near the docks, or somewhere maybe even out in Sandy Shores actually, because weapons trafficking probably wouldn't be legal in Los Santos, so you might have to go out there, or maybe you'd have to intercept it from one of the gangs in Los Santos. I really don't know at the moment because we don't really have enough information. Next up we have this drill, which obviously everyone knows about. This is the weapon, not the weapon, it's sort of the equipment that you use to get into the bank sort of deposit boxes in the third heist or second heist. This is the one we see in the trailer, with it looks pretty scary actually. It looks like a pretty brutal weapon if it was allowed in GTA Online. But this is what you have to use to get into the deposit boxes. Next up we have the third team gear, and this one I'm most intrigued by. So as you can see at the front we have the Humane Laboratories ID card. So this signifies that you have to go to the Humane Labs. Like, we know that it's going to be something to do with the Humane Labs. Next up we have the red gun on the left, and that is actually a flare gun. This has been long rumoured and leaked to come into GTA since like about a year ago, and yeah, it's finally here. Next up, just above that, we have some weird looking goggles, but we know from the trailer these are night vision goggles, and we've seen these in the trailer, and we know this is inside the Humane Labs because we've been there in single player, so we know what it looks like. Just above that on the left we have a shotgun. It looks like a sawed-off shotgun, and it looks like it's probably got a silencer on it, which would be useful inside the Humane Labs because obviously it's indoors and you don't want to make too much noise. Next up we have an assault rifle behind that, which also has a suppressor on it, also useful for the Humane Labs. And finally, in the bottom right we have probably something like a gas mask. I'm not too sure really. You can't really see that fully, but obviously when Heist come out in the coming weeks we'll get to know more information about that. The fourth team gear, we see a laptop in the middle. That's probably the first thing everyone sees. Next, if you look in the bottom left, we have a thermite bomb, which is another rumoured weapon for a long time, finally making its way into the game. Above the thermite bomb there's another one on the left that's still inside the case that it's stored in, but after that we have the assault rifle just behind it. We know it's an assault rifle because we already have one in the game. We've seen the pictures, but we're not too sure if there's any suppressor or anything like that on it because we only see the main part of the weapon. Moving across to the behind the laptop, we have two masks. I think these are new actually. I don't recall seeing these in the game. Moving back towards in front of the laptop, we have some sort of data thing, part of a computer probably to steal information. Next to that we have some sort of ID card again. I'm not too sure what this one says, but it'd probably be involved in some sort of data theft because you have a laptop and the like card that I just mentioned before. And then next to that, just in front of the laptop on the other side, there's another part of a computer, it looks like, to steal information or sabotage information. So moving on to the final team gear that he's found, we have another assault rifle. We can see the whole rifle this time. There's no suppressor on it, so this would probably be not one where you'd require a suppressor, or it wouldn't be too important. Next up we have a AP pistol, which is like the machine gun pistol, and behind that, that's a parachute bag actually. That's a parachute bag. I've just worked that out. So this would be one that you'd obviously be required to do something with a parachute. Next up, he says he's not too sure about the Hydra or the new attack helicopter. They aren't heist vehicles, but can be used during the heist. So that's good information there. But some more surprising information here. He says there's 5 heist finales for the Xbox One and PS4, but there's 6 for the Xbox 360 and PS3. So behind that we see the regular Vellum that we have, and security outfits just outside the prison. And then he goes on after that to say extra heist for last generation. So yeah, that's the same information as the other one, but it's just saying there's an extra heist for last generation, which could be given actually because of the long wait that people on last generation have had without heist. It's been 508 days without heists, so maybe they're just giving something back, and just these people who've had literally nothing for about 4 months really, and 500 days without heist, so it's quite bad. So they probably want to give something back to the last generation users. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Just remember to like, subscribe and share, and if you'd like me to do any more in-depth analysis of this, I can do like individual videos on each of the vehicles if you want me to. But this has been like 10 minutes long. I think this is probably enough, but if you want me to do more, just tell me. I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace.